Hello, thank you for taking the time to watch this. It's Laura here from Energise Chiropractic Shrewsbury. The purpose of this video is for people that have got a consultation booked in with myself and you're looking to learn a bit more about chiropractic care before you start. Now, if you've seen a chiropractor before, please don't stop there. There is some really important information here and you're also going to get to learn a little bit about how I run my office so that you know what to expect before you come in, and I look forward to seeing you soon. So, I'm a chiropractor because both my parents had aches and pains through their life, and I've seen that firsthand, and chiropractors really help them get back on track and get back on with their life. Seeing it from a child's perspective about how I got my parents back sort of happy and healthy is really why I'm a chiropractor. And that's my passion. I don't just want to get you feeling good as you leave my office. I want you feeling good long term so that you can get back into life, back into the fun things, so that you can enjoy playing sports with the kids, run a personal best. I look after a lot of athletes as well, so that's where that comes in. I'm really passionate about what I do, and I hope to give you an idea today of what chiropractic is, how chiropractic can help you and change your life, what to expect moving forwards from me in my office, and some tips that you can use to help yourself as well. After this, if you've got any questions, send me an email or give me a call, and I would love to help if there's anything that you're unsure of or doesn't quite make sense. So, chiropractors, most people think of us as back doctors or spine doctors because we look at your health through your spine, but it's not because of your spine. What we want to do is improve the health of your nervous system and ultimately your brain. So your spine has lots of different moving parts. We want each part of your spine to move as much as it should do and to be nice and aligned. We don't want it to be out of alignment. When things start to go wrong, it impacts the nerves. These yellow bits coming out there are the nerves. The nerves send signals from your brain down the spinal cord, across the nerves to all the different parts of your body, and your body replies in kind, sending signals to the nerves, up the spinal cord and to your brain. Now we want that system to work as well as it can do all of the time so your body can work at its best. That is health in my eyes. So when your spine doesn't move as well as it should do and it starts to bother or interfere on those nerves, that's a subluxation. All right, so subluxation interferes with how well those signals are sent from your body up to your brain and your brain down to your body. Now we know from research it only takes a little bit of pressure on those nerves to reduce their function. The weight of a penny can reduce a nerve's function up to 60%. So if you start thinking, it doesn't take an awful lot to be a little bit out to interfere with those nerves. Now, if your brain is not receiving signals from your body, maybe it doesn't know that there's currently a problem, whether it's back pain, neck pain, digestive issues, not sleeping properly, or maybe your brain is aware to a certain degree, but is struggling to make your body change, struggling to send that signal back down because, again, the nerves are being interfered with. So as a chiropractor, I want to find where those subluxations are and I want to correct them. But first, what can cause a subluxation? Now, most people think of physical things, traumatic things. What have I done to myself? Whether it was bending over in a way that you shouldn't, whether it was you've been in a car accident or a slip or a fall, or whether it's poor posture, which I'd still put in the physical or traumatic umbrella. Poor posture at work over time is equally as bad for your spine and your nerves and your brain as having a car accident. So we want to make sure all that is moving as well as it can do, and there's some things within that that you can think about to help yourself. Are you lifting properly, bending your knees? Is your posture at your desk great, or do you need to have someone to check it over to make sure that your screen's at the right height so you're not looking down at the screen, you're stood nice and tall or sat nice and tall? There's all these different things that you can think about that you can do to help yourself with that aspect. The other thing is thoughts or mental health. We don't just hold our stress in our mind, we also hold it in our body. Most people hold the tension in their shoulders, and that can equally start to cause subluxations in your spine. The other part of emotional or mental health is that when we are stressed, our body cannot heal as well. Now, if you've got a pain or a problem or a symptom, your body needs to heal and adapt to get through that. Your body's going to struggle if you're in a high state of stress. When we're under a state of stress, our body goes into survival mode, but to adapt or heal, we need to go into a thriving mode to be able to build and move forwards rather than just survive. Things when it comes to mental health, it's much easier for me to sit here and go, hey, you need to do this, that and the other. It's a lot more difficult in reality. If you need help, reach out. I can point you in certain directions if you need some help. But have a little look at what you can start to change when it comes to what is causing stress in your life so that you can help yourself. The last thing about our health that's really, really important is what we put into and onto our body. Now, we all know that smoking is not good for us. We all know that drinking is toxic to our body, but it really does impact how well your body can heal itself, just like the food we eat. Going back to the fact that if you've got a pain, a problem or a symptom, your body needs to heal itself. We need to have good nutrients going into our body to build the building blocks, for our body tomorrow. So we really need to look after our health in that way of what we put into our body so that our body can heal as well as it can do. Especially if you're an athlete, it's really important what you put into your body so that your body's got the best chance to perform at its best, which is what everyone really is looking for, your body to perform at its best. So you've got traumatic things, you've got mental health, and you've got how what you put into your body and onto your body. So those really 3 key important things you can have a little think about to how you can start to change things yourself to improve your health. Rome wasn't built in a day. Try not to choose too much in one go. Build on things slowly, and I can help and guide you as to probably what's the most important thing once we've had a chat, once you come in. Now, how do we help the chiropractic care? So, once I've identified where those subluxations are in your body, we want to correct them. And we do that by what we call an adjustment. Now, an adjustment is a quick push into the spine. You might hear and feel some clicks and pops. There are other techniques that I can use, say if it's not appropriate for you, or we don't look after babies the same way I look after adults. So there's all sorts of different ways that I can look after you. But the most common, as I say, is pushes and pulls, clicks and pops. Now, what that push or pull does is it either encourages more movement in your spine or better alignment depending on what's going on at that moment. Now, mechanically, we don't just change that area, but what it also does is it reduces any pressure or interference on those nerves. Just like boosting the Wi-Fi signal up to your brain, so those nerves can then go, hey brain, this is what's going on in the body, this is everything you need to know, I need help. And then your brain can interpret that and send the signals back down to tell your body what to do and how to behave. In essence, that's how chiropractic care helps your body heal itself. I'm not responsible for your body's change or your healing, you are, but I'm here to help and facilitate and help that process. So once we've got your nerves working better, I'd love for it to be one adjustment, you're good to go. But unfortunately, the body's more complex than that. What tends to happen is, especially the longer you've had a problem, or if you've had reoccurring problems over the years, the muscles around your spine will be maybe too tight on one side or not working well enough on the other to keep it stable. So what tends to happen is in the short term, I see similar patterns. So the same part of your spine is subluxated because those muscles are still tight and pulling things maybe out of alignment or stiffening it up. So it takes a little bit of time for things to change. Muscles can take up to a month to start to adapt. Ligaments can take longer, 3 to 6 months. So you can see how it's not going to be an overnight fix. If it was easy, no one would ever be complaining of back or neck ache or anything like that, and everyone would have really good health. So it takes time for things to change. And thinking about how it takes time for those muscles in particular to change, we have to do something consistently over a period of time to see change in our body and our muscles, because we're trying to reprogram your body how it should be and how it should be behaving. Just like if you were to start running, you couldn't just go for a run once every now and then and expect to be fitter or healthier, or learning to play the piano, for example, to get that muscle memory in your fingers. Again, you've got to do something consistently over a period of time. And that's really how chiropractic care comes in and helps people. Now, research shows that the more often you see your chiropractor in the initial phase of care, the better the results. And I'm not just talking about neck pain and back pain improving, I'm talking about other quality of life things improving as well. People tell me all the time things like, I'm sleeping better, I've got more concentration, I'm having more fun with the kids, I'm back playing sports. All these other things start to come in, but it's not an easy thing to achieve. So quite often I see adults quite regularly to start off with in their care to give your body that kick up the backside it needs to get adapting, to get changing. And then once we've seen a good improvement in your health, we will go through a progress exam, measure where you are, and then see what we need to do moving forwards. Now, thinking back to all those things that can cause subluxations, so the trauma, the mental health, and what we put onto and into our bodies. We will go through periods of life where we'll have spells where we can look after our body better, and then periods of our life where we don't look after our body as well as we could do or we should do. There's the flow of life. The way I see things is if we keep maintaining your nervous system, your brain and your spinal health, you're going to be in a better position to be able to be as healthy as you possibly can, no matter whatever life throws at you. So I will recommend, as long as it's appropriate, I will always recommend ongoing care because I don't want you just feeling better as you leave the office today. I want you feeling better for a long time and happy and healthy. That's what it looks like if you want that. Again, if you start running and you want to maintain that, you have to go running regularly to maintain that. You don't have to come in regularly for the rest of your life, but we want to stick to some form of schedule to make sure that we're looking after you the best way we can. And once I've got to know you, we'll figure out what that is. Now, when it comes to care, it's always your choice. I will give you my absolute best recommendations as if you were my mum, my dad, because I love them. I want them to have the best health they have. And I will talk to you thinking about your health in that way. What is the best thing for you and your body? Just as if you were my mum and my dad. When it comes to athletes, I look after a lot of sports people. There's a lot of research into chiropractic care and injury prevention, sports performance. People can work harder for longer before their muscles fatigue, and that's all heavily researched. Balance improvements, things like that. And if you start to think about whatever sport you're in, you can kind of see very quickly how chiropractic care, helping your brain be more aware of what's going on in your body and be quicker to react, is a really important thing. I look after quite a few different athletes in different sports, so get in touch if you would like any more information on that. Last thing to cover just now is in this email where you've got the link to this video, there will have been some online forms. Please fill that out as soon as you can. Fill them out at least the day before you come in to see me, so I've got a chance to review them before you come in, so that I know what's going on, so that I can be prepared before you come in. If you have any questions, please get in touch. You can reply to the email or get in touch with me, give me a call. I'd love to help you out, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you soon to hear about your goals, what you're looking for from me, and how I can help you with that. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.